doing my part.
All right, I think I'm actually ready to go. Hi, guys. I hope you had a wonderful weekend and a good start to your week. I know some of you guys are getting ready for work at the moment, so all the best with that. I hope it's not too crazy a day. We have first things first to get out of the way. May the 4th be with you and all that jazz. I do have my Jedi outfit on, and even hold on. This is my lightsaber contribution. This is the weirdest way to show off I'm wearing my Ugg boots. Anyway, it's like a shark fin. I don't know what that was. Anyway, may the 4th be with you. So, anyway, if you guys are going to work and you're sad, you're going to be missing out on a very exciting game. The VOD will be up on the Exclam Plays YouTube channel. It'll be there. Also, we'll be live. We'll be still on Twitch, assuming nothing goes wrong. On that, we're gonna try a different little style of not chatting for a ridiculously long time. Put your bets on if that will work or not. Basically, I thought we will play until I finish my cup of tea. So, it's a full cup. We'll see how that goes. But thank you so much for the lurk, Season Lounge. Thank you guys for tuning in before work. And, you know, for those who are up late as well, thanks for being here too. It's good to have you. I know, I'll believe it when I see it as well. One moment, please. Jackass, thank you so much for the gifted sub to Sharper as well. Much appreciated. What do you do for living, lady? Usually I breathe. I drink a lot of water, actually. Water is really, really helpful. And I eat food, but admittedly, I probably should eat more than I do. And I do some exercise every now and again as well. I do okay in that regard. That reminds me, did Shiatz's face Shats his face? Shats his face. I'm trying to figure out what this is meant to mean. She shats his face. Because, like, it sounds like one defecating, but it doesn't make sense. Anyway, I don't know who got hold of me. No, I only spoke to my parents this morning. Okay, Idle Gamer says, "Hey sis, you look absolutely stunning and cool, and I am just kidding." Okay. Well, you know, you really did well to spend your time writing that out. It is a big cup. It's a great cup. I love these cups. Not my cups, but happy with them. What is the best way to boot memory in high pressure? I don't know. What is the best way to boot memory in high pressure? Or if you're actually asking, I would recommend Reddit over a random live stream. How old are you? At least 12. Don't try to figure out anything. That's a new rule. If you don't have anything to offer, people won't give you anything but shat. So I just don't try to make my ongoing mantra is don't try to make logic out of the illogical. How's it going? That's all right. I had a nice chill morning. Thank you for asking, Sniper. How about yourself? I don't know shit about big cups. I heard it and I was surprised that I was able to like bite my tongue on it. So you've done well. You've done well. I am not monetized, but thank you for asking, Papa. We're at our 180 something subscribers away from being monetized on YouTube. But we also have like 2,000 or 3,000 watch hours. So it may be at the end of the month. I don't know. I'm not worried about it in the meantime. But if you guys have been enjoying the content, then make sure that you have subscribed on YouTube so that we can get one step closer to getting monetization. But like I said, we still have to build up our watch hours. So go and watch every single one of my VODs, damn it. I tease. But seriously, the live streams have been building up our hours so incredibly fast. So thank you guys for taking a chance on the channel and being here and coming back in particular. That is huge. Obviously, the Twitch community has helped me get partnered over there for a long time, but it is a pleasure to be continuing to build the community for sure. Has anyone else not had Twitch notifications? Oh yes, I saw that. I didn't bother commenting on it because I was like, it's not something that I can contribute to. I don't know is about the Twitch notifications, but I guess that's why it's good that there are multiple notifications. Don't feel bad. I'll always think you're 6.7 just like me. Thank you. Much appreciated. I actually am no longer 67. I'm 68 on Pokemon Go. That's right. I leveled up this morning. That's what I did. I've had a very nice, relaxing morning. I think that this last week I've been planning so much of the MAYrathon. For those who do not know, I am live every single day of May, or at least that's the goal. We're on day 4, and may the 4th be with you. I think that in preparation for the MAYrathon, it's not the live streams that have been burning me out, but everything I've been doing around the live streams has been. I think I got a little bit of burnout after stream yesterday, and so I definitely zoned out. I did my equivalent of doom scrolling. I'm not really a doom scroller. My doom scroll equivalent is I'm a filthy mobile gamer. I am absolutely the target demo. I don't even know. I was mixing target demographic up. Target demographic or something like this. Thank you, Obi. I'm very pleased. It's going to take me a while before I get to 69. Nice. So yesterday I was playing Wool Crusher. A lot, and then after a while I was like, damn, I just completely zoned out, the same way like one zones out during doom scrolling. I zoned out playing Wool Crusher. Hashtag not sponsored. Don't download it. Don't. Trust me, don't. But anyway, all of the mobile ads, they really do get me. I love them. I love testing them out. It's great. So That was my equivalent, but it was nice. It was nice to just chill out. And then this morning I was thinking of doing a little chit chat, but I decided that I'll take the morning off basically, and it was good. I did trivia with my parents, and I played some Pokemon. And now I'm here, and I'm going to be very, very excited, because if you guys haven't heard the news already, we're going to be playing Red Dead Redemption 2. I've never played it before. I actually have very little knowledge on it, other than it's set in the Wild West, and Arthur Morgan is the protagonist, and that a lot of people like this game. But I don't know what the storyline is whatsoever. I've not even watched other streamers or Let's Play YouTubers playing this game, so I don't know what the storyline is, and I'm very excited. I figured that while I have no immediate travel plans for I think the next 6 weeks, why not dedicate that time to a larger game, and why not Red Dead Redemption 2? So I'm very, very, very excited. I hope you guys will enjoy. If you are on YouTube and you want to watch the gameplay, you can't do it on xClementine YouTube. You must go to xClemPlays or come over on Twitch. Twitch is the better place to be, because that's where the chitter chatter happens. Hi, Silver. What are we doing? Well, we're going to be doing... I don't know how I have avoided Red Dead spoilers either. I don't know anything about, like, I don't know if I think I know there's honor mode versus something else, whatever you call it. So it's very just nothing. I know it's set in the Wild West. I'm assuming that there could be heists. I'm assuming that there could be a sheriff quest. I have no idea, and you're exactly right. I don't know how I have avoided it this long. But that's about to change. They don't look like caps, no, they are real. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Okay. The watch hours are combined of the VODs, videos, and lives, by the way, Boba. So the live streaming hours do contribute to the total hours for monetization on YouTube. So we've been racking up that very, very quickly, which is very exciting. So I have no doubt if I'm gonna be super optimistic, I reckon we could potentially get monetized on YouTube by the end of the month. But also we'll get it pretty quickly. As long as I continue to live stream, I think we'll get it pretty quickly. So get wrecked, YouTube. You guys are going to get ads soon. But at the same time, thank you for allowing that by simply being here. That is very kind. Okay. Also, hi. I'm a secret GeoGuessr. If I go viral, don't tell. Your secret is safe with us, Yugen. Yes, please watch the VOD with Kiwi Man. I don't want you to miss work. All gaming and no yapping will get rid of the shat. I don't even know what shat is meant to be. Is it meant to be shit? It's so weird. Also, I do have to giggle because I put out a vertical video yesterday and YouTube didn't seem to like that one, but nonetheless, so go flood it with views so that YouTube can be proven wrong. I may have mentioned chlamydia in it. I don't know if that has any correlation or not. Okay, Discord is the best place to find about streams. Exactly. I need to put up the schedule for this week. Yes, exactly, Papa. If you, I have nothing against people who fall asleep to my content. I feel like some people might find it offensive. It's like, oh, like, how am I not exciting enough? No, if you want to chuck on my VOD and then fall asleep to it, great. More views for me. That's incredible. Hi, Voyager, by the way. Yo, what's up? Sorry, I haven't been reading chat. Let me just go through. Ni hao, how you going, Devin? Yo, hello. I do music. Hell yeah, Mike. That's awesome. Many covers and originals. Well, I think that is incredible. I was doing a little bit of sing-songing just this morning, actually. I'm well, Night Warrior. How are you? This is better than antidepressive. Thank you, Voyager. Never think that 6.7 is a bad score, but we know that it's because of 6.7 that is a mean. But thank you. Yes, I am doing great. I agree. I do enjoy this trash indeed. Cool. All those mobile games are just sifting through your info for Bitcoin. Well, at least I don't give them my real coin, you know? Hi, Sunbeam. Oh, yes, yeah. If you haven't played Red Dead and you don't want your own spoilers, also no stress. You don't have to watch. I completely understand this. The same way that I have avoided spoilers, I can't expect anyone else to do anything different. Remember the time that character did that thing that caused the other thing to happen? It was crazy, wasn't it? Isn't that crazy? Watch the trailer. You know what? All right, we'll watch the trailer. I feel like that's a good idea. I hope it's not a roach. This house is very clean. If it's a roach, then I would be very, very concerned. Glow, hello, yes. So now that I am settled, Glow, I figure that this will be our gaming time. So I do my like hours of chit chat in the morning, and then in the afternoon, like now, we just spend like a few hours of gaming, and today is the start of that. Oh, enjoy your running shoes. A good new pair of running shoes make a whole world of difference. Run! Thank you so much. Yes, Clem Media, exactly. Thanks, see Mama. Have some rest. Saka Urotorua, indeed. I'm glad you guys saw it. Good morning, Tim. When will Asmongold play WoW for us? I actually genuinely think I would love WoW, and that is exactly why I don't play it, because I know that that'll be my entire life, and so it's a good thing that I don't play. Maybe a future MMO, but it's not WoW. But I do like the nickname Asmongold. I think that's quite funny. What I'm hearing is put on the Clem VODs and leave them running. I mean, if you want to help out. I just subscribed. Can I get a pat on the bum? Hopefully that helped. Are you not entertained? Quite. I know I look like Asmongold. I'm just waiting for him to recognize it, you know? Chlamydia? I hardly know her. Got him. I'm from New Zealand. Digbick. I love your name. Thank you, Digbick. I'm going to attempt to continue to say your name before I slip up. Just put on the live YouTube in the background. I really should have done that since started to skip the ads. Thank you, Ron. That's actually really sweet. Yes, exactly. I am Asmongold. Maybe that's what I should change my name to. But that's the thing. It is the face shape. It's the eyebrows. It's the dark brown eyes. The long face. There's a whole bunch that makes it look Asmongold. I don't find it offensive. I understand the resemblance. It's whatever. It is my natural hair color as well, Alda. I'm upmarket. Chlamydia wasn't posh enough for me. Gonorrhea was my choice of intruder. Fuck. Sean! You've been spoiler free? Exactly. I watched the trailer for 2. Wait, no, surely it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Last big hug. Thank you, Silver. Hello from China. Hi there. Hi, Princess. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Will you play the friendly and cute game of Lobotomy Corporation? Not at the moment. I'm about to commit to playing Red Dead Redemption, so I don't think I'll have time to play another one for another 6 weeks. Hey, congratulations on walking the doggy so early, Glow. Next time we play, I'll hopefully be available to be Resident Gun Nerd. Yeah, we'll be playing during the week at this stage. After this week, I'll see if I prefer to play on different days. Like maybe I'll do Oblivion on a Tuesday. And that way, some people who miss out on any of the gameplay during the week can watch on the weekend. But we're figuring it out. Hey, Autoloon! Oh my god! My parents went as well! Autoloon, my parents literally just told me that they went to Split Ends. I caught up with them this morning. And they, because Split Ends is doing a tour at the moment, and they were in Hamilton. So my parents also went. I wonder if you guys went to the same one. I don't know if you're from Hamilton and don't feel like you have to respond, but they saw it just on the weekend. Saw them just on the weekend. Okay. Yes, I do know Red Dead Redemption 2 is a prequel. That is why we're playing Red Dead Redemption 2 instead of 1. I'm doing my part. Because we did ask about playing Red Dead 1, and then you guys told me it was a prequel, and so that the second one might be the better one to start with. Personally, would not watch Red Dead related things on YouTube because the algorithm will be like, you want clips? Okay, maybe I should hold off then. But it will be, like Glow said, nice to watch my friend Alison's clips finally, because it's been sad to not be able to see them. At least those clips aren't really story clips. They're more just accidental mishaps that happen during her gameplay. Very wise MMORPG is a drug. Did the League of Legends one ever come out? Because I suspect that if Riot Games finally releases that one, that might be the one that I jump on. I love the characters of League of Legends, so you don't watch Asmon. I don't recommend watching Asmon. The thing is, I had the thoughts finally yesterday. I find Asmongold incredibly entertaining, but I find him entertaining over things that are not political. So he has turned into a massive political streamer. Some people do that. Whereas I like watching his like reactions to body cam footage or reactions to videos of dumb shit people said, and like his stuff on video games. That is what I find him very entertaining in. The political stuff, like even there was a video recently that I saw, and he was advocating for things that I really just it's just uncomfortable to listen to, and so I do not recommend people watch him, but I feel more confident on how I feel about his content now, because I couldn't quite figure out what the wording was, but now I've got the wording. If you could get a bionic upgrade that shows how full of pee you are full of, would you get it? I already feel like we have that built in. I don't think we need a bionic upgrade for that. That's like what all of our senses are of, like, ooh, I feel like I need to go to the toilet. That is the equivalent. We don't need it as a visual. So no, I'm quite all right. But if you'd like it, then you go for it. You are my brother, Anakin! I loved you! Hi, GPT. How you going? I was just watching Asmongold. Oh my god, there we go. Well, now there's more Asmongold. Would you date Asmongold if he slid into your DMs? Probably not. I think that our political views are just too different. I think that I would probably find him interesting to have a conversation with. There are plenty of times where I've seen his political stuff where I'm like, man, I wish I could just have a conversation with him. I would hate to do it live. I would completely crumble over under pressure if I were to ever do that live or on a online call or anything like that. It was just, I guess it's one of those things where you, the question of, like, if you could have dinner with a celebrity, maybe I should have dinner with Asmongold, just so I can be like, hey, do you think I look like you? What's going on? And then we can discuss all the things that I disagree with him over. Thank you. Are you a lesbian? Yes, I am. Cool camera lighting, only because the sun is working today. Hi, Schmick. Punch her horse? No, thank you. I don't want to punch my horse once. What the heck? Is that a thing? Am I going to be accidentally punching my horse? What kind of music are you into? I really struggle with this question, Autoloon. I like a wide range of music, but I don't listen to music. That doesn't mean I don't like music. In fact, I love music, but I think I've been trying to find the best way to phrase it. And I enjoy, I guess, producing music rather than consuming music. And I think that's me in a nutshell. I even this week, I was trying to find things to do to just relax because I was experiencing a bit of burnout. And I was like, maybe I should put on a show. But putting on a show is not relaxing for me. It's very engaging. I'm very attentive, I feel, when it comes to watching shows or movies. And so it's not really just a blob, do nothing kind of situation. And music is very similar in that regard as well. And so I like playing my piano. I don't have one anymore though, so it's really sad. I'm gonna try and get back into guitar since that's a bit more portable. And then in terms of listening, I don't really know what like my go-tos are. I think if I am DJ, I prefer to put on like a 70s playlist, just very easy listening. But that's not the only thing I like. I like a wide range of things, and I think I just like people who put in a lot of craft into the layers of their music, the lyrics, and all this kind of stuff. Yeah. Okay. Take a drink every time she touches her nose. Do I touch my nose that much? Oh god. Now you're gonna make me aware of it. You might actually make me stop touching my nose, which is not a bad habit to now start. Thank you, Alex. Hope you're well. Your ancestors are Icelandic. There we go, Bar Mustache. I am not Nordic myself, but apparently Bar Mustache is. Hi, Biko. How you going? The bro is obsessed with everyone else when he never goes outside. I'm not so sure about that, but nonetheless. Are you a cheese master? No, I don't eat a ton of cheese, and I definitely cannot play chess. If and so if it's a cheese master portmanteau, then no, we ain't chessing. Hi, Danny. Your voice is cute. Thank you. Yeah, W women. Why wouldn't I be lesbian? Have you seen women? Like, you know, like have you seen women? Why wouldn't I want to, admire them? Have you indulged in Western media before? No, not really. I haven't watched any like Clint Eastwood films in the past. So I think the closest I've ever got to Western, like cowboy Westerns is actually the which Seth is it? Seth MacFarlane, A Million Ways to Die in the West or something. I am very unfamiliar with Western, cowboy films. Oh, and Westworld. Of course, I've watched season 1 of Westworld as well, but I think that is a very different type of Western cowboy vibe as well. Wonder what game has the best horse riding. Skyrim is goated for traversing Witcher Solitude. Yeah, I've never really thought about it, but I'm sure someone else has. Would you get a tattoo across your forehead? No. But no, I wouldn't get Frank's. Oh, if you're saying this or that, I'd rather get the Frankenstein bolts because I don't want. It's not even about being branded with a tattoo on my forehead. I suppose you could use the $14,000 to get it laser removed, but I don't want to go through the process of even the oh my god, hold on, I gotta put this down. Even thinking about tattooing my forehead is making me dizzy. Like, no thank you. No thank you. Asmongold is based politically. I think he has some good takes and some really, really horrific takes, and I feel like my recognition of that nuance is probably more in line with his political takes. In fact, where I can recognize that there are some things I agree with and some things that I really, truly do not. And the things that he does that I don't agree with, they're a bit of a deal breaker for me. Don't get caught up in politics. You either have to love Trump or hate him. There's no in between in this world. I find that, so we're not going to get super into politics today, but it's exactly that is, I'll say it. I don't like Trump. I don't. But I, at the same time, can recognize that there are policies that are going through under his administration that can be good. I'm not going to get into it further than that because that's not my point. My point is not to argue about what he's doing bad and good. My point is that I can recognize that there are good and bad from people that I don't like, that I don't agree with. And I guess the only reason I'm even engaging and indulging in the conversation is to remind ourselves that things do work in gray. And I think that for me as well, I would hate for people to now completely discount who I am and everything that I have built because one day I might have one bad take or not even a bad take, just a take that someone disagrees with. And so I am trying to be, I guess, more open about these facts as well, so that it's not just me hiding things. I suppose it's just recognizing more so. Anyhow, hi Matt, how you going? Okay. Morning. Hello. You're a coward if you choose ignorance. Yeah, but sometimes it's just nice. I forget it. I hit a year while you are moving or not. Happy Clem Day. Thank you, Chloe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, catching up, and then we'll move on to some video games. You're so beautiful. Thank you, Silva. Death metal guitar playing stream when? I wish I could play electric guitar. I only just got an acoustic guitar. It's back in New Zealand, so that I could sing along to it, basically. Yes, I am from New Zealand. And now you're telling me you're Lebanese. My bad, my bad. Okay. Asmongold is an idiot. I also agree with this. Yes, I think that is a completely reasonable take to have. I'm supposed to be doing different musical stuff, but I got so intrigued by the idea I have had to go to circuit bending if you've heard. No, I don't know. Oh, is that like loop pedaling? I don't know circuit bending, but unless that is a synonym for a loop pedal autoloon. So let me know if they're one and the same or if they're slightly different. If you're Lebanese, I'm not going to indulge in that mustache. Back to the Future 3, you got it. I am in the UK, you got it. Do you love squishies? Yep. Have you seen Woman? Have you, though? Cowboy Bebop, true. That's the space cowboy. Why would you stream on YouTube if you'll read the comments from another platform? Sorry, guys. Sorry, Twitch. We no longer are allowed to read any of your messages as dictated by this individual. Bro, never heard of multi-streaming. Oh, well. You still are left with the scars after after a tattoo removal, exactly. So it's not the best. So that's what Ali said during her lupus fundraiser about head tats. Ooh, no, thank you. Where are you from? New Zealand. I forget what is it. This feels like is this? I'm just aware that sometimes people Pancake will give me words to say that are meant to try and catch me out of saying like a slur. Is this word that you're saying from World of Warcraft? Is that correct? Because I've heard it before, but I don't think that it is. I don't know if it is like. Well, I'm just scared of saying it. Yeah. Why would I read the chat comments exactly? No American politics. That's also the other thing. As I can't vote in America, so there's not really much I can do. But in the same breath, I think that's why I find it rather interesting to follow, because I can't really do anything about it, which means that I am removed from that, other than the things that affect foreign policy and the interaction. America is a very powerful country after all. But because I don't have, because I have one slightly less emotional attachment to American politics, because I have this acceptance that I can't do anything about it. Whereas if I was American, the thing that I could do is go out and vote, for example. But since I can't, all I can do is try and maybe pay more attention to my local politics. I love how the unlifted was like, I haven't read a single message just because I didn't read their message. Reminder that America likes finger head puppets in charge while the real shadow lizard people rule from the center of the earth. It's true. It's true. And why are opinions mandatory? That's the thing, though, is a lot of people, and I agree with this, are like, oh, like, you don't need an opinion on everything. I agree. We don't need an opinion on everything. However, the content that I do is very conversational. People ask for my opinion. So if I have one, I do get sucked into sharing it. But if I don't have one, I feel like I'm pretty good at being like, no, I've not really thought about it. But I think about things a lot. So eventually I come up with opinion. Anyhow, have you seen the MeatCanyon video of Asmon and Hassan? No, I don't think I know this one. Hi, Neva. How you going? Happy Star Wars Day. You're giving away a lightsaber? Well, I've already given it away. Sorry, Duke. You were too slow. You were too slow. A cute female Asmongold. Thank you. That's me. That is my claim to fame. Thank you for recognizing that there are good policies from not so good people. It does happen, and that's the thing is, it really is just as simple as that. It's as simple as that. And if I were able to vote, I would have voted differently. But then I also recognize that in America, it's like, it feels like sometimes you're voting for the lesser of two evils. And that's not just in America either. Anyhow, Team YouTube! Hi, whores. If you, Asmon, and Deborah Ann Wall were in the same room space, chances of doing that Spider-Man meme. But the thing is that the best thing, Sunbeam, is that Deborah Ann Wall and Asmongold will be so confused, because I'll just be like, and they'll just be like, what? Because people aren't going to be telling each other, as in Asmongold and Deborah Ann Wall, that they look like one another. This is just what I get on the other side of things, you know? Land of the Balland, indeed. That's why I came here. That's why I moved here. Hi from Austria. Guten Tag. Not in the electoral college. That's the word. Thank you, horse. I have been trying to remember those two words for so freaking long. Where sometimes when I do talk about politics offline, because I will admit I do indulge in it a little bit offline. Offline, when I talk about it, I keep on forgetting the word electoral college. So thank you. This has been bugging me for so long, and because I'm like I'm trying to think of gerrymandering, I can think of all these other words, and for some reason electoral college just doesn't stick in my head. It's so bizarre. Anyhow, thank you for I'm hoping that it will stick in my head from now. Not loop pedals, but loop pedals are fun. Circuit out of the guitar pedal and added some extra wires, changed the function of the circuit. Oh, so this is for an electric guitar autoloon in that case. Yeah, I'm not familiar with how they work. If you had an opportunity to permanently move to the USA, which state would you choose? Probably Washington. I've heard that it's really, really beautiful up there. And then, a little quick visit to Canada is also nice. And the Rocky Mountains. And Seattle is apparently really cool and trendy. I'd probably go there. I think that it also would be a good place to get back to New Zealand, where my parents are, because I'd just go over the Pacific Ocean. So if I had to choose very quickly off the top of my head, Washington. I kept it. Bar mustache. This is genuinely a habit that you're probably going to break for me because I've never been aware of it. So hopefully I can cut that out now. Can you pour your cup over the mic? No, thank you. See you next time, Silver. When I do a react on the fly, I saw Emmy react to the MeatCanyon vid. I've found a minute clip to share. I wanted to start within half an hour. Maybe we stretch it to an hour. How about we do just chatting for an hour? I'm not really in a rush. This is our first time playing Red Dead Redemption, so I'm kind of happy if we are chatting for a little bit longer. And I've been enjoying myself, so. All the best for your circumcision. Good on you for going to get it. Tell us how you really feel. No. I don't hear the explanation behind the blue. Yes. Okay. This is my gremlin. Electro BS, exactly. Washington. Where is this? Washington is one of the worst states. Frick. Well, it's got good advertising then. Seattle is a lie. The city itself is trash. The state, what's PNW? Sorry, I don't know this one. Dre. PNW. I can't quite figure out what that could be. Well, Crimson Monkey, someone decided that they wanted to have their circumcision advertised. So it's not what I was intending to talk about. Let's say that. No. Hour. We're gonna do a cutoff. Big fan of Canadians. Yeah, they seem all right. Hey, I love the Lebanese woman. Amen. The Lebanese. Do you know what I love? I love a Lebanese woman in Lesbos. You're just traveling to Greece just for a little bit of fun, a little fun time. You head to one of the islands, and who should you come across but a lovely Lebanese woman on the island of Lesbos? Now that is a dream come true. I know where I want to be. I tell you what, can you imagine the sunshine and the Lebanese on Lesbos? That's what I try to dream about every night. Okay, PNW is Pacific Northwest, thank you. Loki, sorry, Crimson. That is, yes, my apologies. I was going too fast. I was trying to keep up with chat today. Yes, that was my bad. I'm sorry. Okay. You live in the worst state, Louisiana. Anywhere in the south is bad, really. Very close, Bronze. I'm a New Zealander. You're so close. Thank you, gaming. Fine, I'm in time. Incidentally, there's a song called Lebanese Blonde, which is amazing to place to. There we go. Would you get Clementine is number one across your forehead? No. No, thank you. I'm all right. If you ever have that opportunity to share some of your music. Oh, sorry, Autoloon. I should also make this very clear. I don't make my own music. I just like playing So I don't record anything. That's a lie. I did record something this weekend in some of my downtime. It was the first thing I've ever recorded in like my entire life. However, it was not original. It was a cover, and I can't really talk about it because I'm waiting for the person who I took the cover from to give me permission to talk about it. That's all. So until that happens, that's just a little background. I live in the UK. Sikloth. Greeting from Uganda. Hello. All right. Boba. Can you please send that clip again? I don't know if I'm a little bit scared. I don't know if I can do this. Thank you. Alright, we're gonna do an on the fly. Okay, maybe we're not. Oh, there we are. We're gonna do an on the go react. See how it goes. It's hilarious. Oh my god, what is this? Horse running. Also, remind me. Hold on. Can I do anything? Do I have I was gonna say I'll do a mark somewhere to remind me. Okay, we must talk about the swap of pink and blue as well. And if anyone sees Corey, I need to get their fish fact from them because that's been bothering me. MeatCanyon is slightly freaky. Okay. Hello from England. There we go, John Boy. Hello from England as well. We're going to watch a 90-second clip. No, I cannot sing a Malayalam song because I'm not familiar with any. Okay, let's watch it. Can you see? I think you can see. An alien? That's a Bulbasaur. So this is Asmongold versus Hassan. And then, Hassan, sorry. MeatCanyon is, I'm assuming the channel and the animation, right?
Dude is super annoying. Yeah, I know he is annoying because the whole thing is that he uses my name to clout chase and just clip farm.
Okay, so this is not his original voice.
Talking about you on a stream again? He's such a fucking parasite, guys. Seriously.
Yo, chat, give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
I love the animation style. What the heck?
The clip farming's going great. We're gonna make
Yes, my love, you're doing great.
Will you please kiss me to hold me over until
They're so cute. Is that incest or masturbation? Oh, not the shot collar.
What the fuck are you saying?
Oh my gosh. No, Kaya.
Oh, yeah, you gonna talk about it? You wanna hit it again?
Oh my god.
Let me zap her.
No, please. I don't even like the animated dog hum. Ooh, talented.
DoorDash something from Panda Express.
That sounds really good, baby.
Oh, Asmongold wouldn't be ordering Panda Express, would he?
I can't hold it in any longer. You need to make love to me right now.
Ew! How?
Again.
Their like connection is not working. I hate this so much. I hate this so much. I regret all of this. I should not have agreed to watching it, but I still need to know if they are the same person. Is like, how does that work? Is that like how there are holes? Are there holes for them to touch? I guess if they have a different type of connection, maybe sex looks different for them. But anyway, it's like cat dog. I guess I do understand the two sides of the same coin in premise, but also I think that I wouldn't be so panicked like I am now if it weren't for the multiple dog shocking. I know that it was just animated, but I think that's what makes it worse. It's like, just because it's animated doesn't now give us the unfiltered and right to depict animal cruelty, you know? And I don't find that funny. You know, I don't find that funny. Everything else was just but the dog shocking, we don't have to linger on that. That makes me sad. Anywho. Okay, so yeah, it does. I can understand them both being into it. Where it's like, okay, how are we gonna up the ante here? They are a bit parasocial, but I guess, is it parasocial when they actually know each other? I don't think they're friends, But that makes it even less parasocial, right? If they've known each other and still don't like each other. Like, one would assume they've met at some point. Oh, you guys couldn't hear it? That's so awkward. That's so awkward. Well, I'm not watching it again. I am not watching it again. Nope. No, thank you. I'm so sorry that I didn't turn it up. I was watching on this screen, and your guys' heads up about the volume was on the was on the other screen. That's my bad. Anyhow, no thank you. Not again. Not happening. Anyhow, my real voice. No, I can't understand Filipino. Thank you, Sick. Watch again for $100. I mean, if you have $100 to spare, then sure. Look. I'm not above saying that I will say that I'll watch it again for $100. I'm not ridiculous. Of course I would. Thank you guys. You guys are very sweet. Okay, so what we're gonna do. So you think we shouldn't watch Red Dead Redemption 2? Is that the trailer? 100 first, watch second. Exactly. Oh, yes! Horse! I will tell you about the colors. I'm going to keep this finger up here to remind me. But do you guys want to watch Red Dead Redemption 2 trailer? Or do we... Because I'm a fan of watching trailers. But I know not everyone is. You think it spoils it? Okay, we'll just play. We're so close to playing. Then we'll do it. My nose. I should stop touching my nose. Going blind? Okay. All right. It will spoil? Okay. We shall not watch the trailer in that case. No, we're not doing it. But Horse has... maybe if we had watched it last year or something, but we won't do it. We're so close to playing, we may as well just play. Horse brought up how crazy it was that the colors blue and pink kind of assigned to boys and girls. That's not really how they brought it up. I'm just choosing that this is how it was brought up. And a while ago, I watched a little, I guess, documentary on how this came to be. And so I'm going to share a little bit with you guys. Keep in mind that I can't remember the name of the documentary, so I will not be able to cite it. And also that this is coming from my memory. I pride myself on my memory. I think I've got a pretty great memory, but I also will get things wrong. So, why is the color blue assigned to boys and the color pink assigned to girls? Basically, if we really just distill it down, it was marketing. It was as simple as marketing, specifically in kind of the early 1900s when this massive capitalist boom happened. And someone saw a gap in the market for children's clothes. So children's clothes were often unisex, and there are plenty of pictures, and yes, I do mean pictures, not paintings, but also paintings, of kids and prominent figures that were wearing basically skirts as babies, even if they were a boy. And everything was typically white because to clean a child, and especially a baby's clothes, bleach was a hell of a cleaner. So a baby would often have unisex clothes where it was all like a skirt for easy nappy changing. It would be white because of easy cleaning. And then on top of that, it would be hand-me-down clothes. And so all babies would have the same outfit from their older siblings. And so that is clearly a gap in the market. What if we now market children's clothes and so on and so forth, children's clothing and the excel in children's clothing became a thing. But how did it become pink and blue? Well, now we actually have to go all the way back hundreds of years ago, maybe even thousands of years ago, because typically boys' clothes, and I do mean boys' clothes, would be pink and girls' clothes would be light blue. So you might tell that this is the wrong way around how we know it today. But it comes from the dyes that were used in a lot of the like Roman clothing. And if you think about any like Roman kind of film, the men are often depicted wearing strong reds and the women feminine blues. Now, if you consider washing these clothes over and over and over again, those dyes will fade and the striking red will turn into a pink. And then the beautiful deep blues will turn into a light blue. And that is kind of where we have a similarity to the baby blue and baby pink that we see today. But with the switch around. Red so you can't see the bloodstains. Not quite. Red because of the strength and vigor that it showcases, and blue with the softness and calm. Purple wasn't the strongest. It just showed a wealth. Purple is assigned with royalty because it was a very difficult and unnatural color to find in nature. And so usually the wealthy would wear purple because it would be a sign that they were able to source this dye color. So it's not strongest, it's wealthiest. But if you assign strength and wealth, then I can understand that. And so, yeah, typically hand-me-down clothes, at least from several, millennia ago, would be this light red, if not pink, and light blue, but for the pink for the boys and the blue for the girls. Where my knowledge is lacking is how long that has lasted. So the documentary I watched, I can't remember how it got from year 0 or BC 1 or whatever it is to 1900. I just remember that as a fact, and I remember the marketing fact that I'm about to continue on with. But I can't remember if they spoke much about the in-between, other than the whites for babies. However, to finish off the thought, in the 1900s, where this marketing tactic came in of, okay, let's sell gendered clothing, there was actually a lot of pinks being sold to boys and light blues being sold to girls. And then just clothing brands started kind of adopting this idea, and people would buy their clothes. There was some polls that were coming out as well of kind of market research of what colors do you assign to these things. And essentially the result of pink going towards girls and blue going towards boys just happened over time, at least according to this documentary, where it just won out, basically. It won out the arms race. And that became the preferred use of color for young kids. And so it really is babies. Because if you look at toddlers, if you look at children, they often have a lot more variety of colors. It really is to do with babies specifically, of how this pink and blue came about for babies. And then what actually ended up happening is particularly after World War II, and then a lot of this feminist approach and the suffragettes and this women going into the workforce, there became a lot more push towards unisex clothing with that movement. If you think of clothing and fashion from the 70s in particular, you can see that it's a lot more unisex, and how the women would dress. Yes, there would still be feminine clothing, but the coloring and the types and styles did become a little less flowing dresses, for example. You might even see more people wearing overalls and things like this. So what was interesting is that there was a period where we started moving away from these traditional colors of pink and blue for, well, we say traditional, it's like only 100 years old, but these colors that we know for babies of pink and blue. We started moving into more unisex colors. Yellows and greens are really good examples, and you'd see that in adult fashion as well. These burgundies, like these colors that were used in across genders. So why did that reverse? And this is my final point before wrapping up the the recount of this doco that I watched so long ago. There was a resurgence in marketing to babies again in around the 80s. Does anyone want to try and guess why? Is there anything, does anyone want to try and guess? Blue in painting. Oh, this is in painting. It was historically the most precious. Oh, blue was expensive pigment for paints. Gotcha. Because it's a vibrancy. No, because toy and comic book. Well, yes, the people would try and sell toys and comics as well. Cheaper dye, not quite. Basically, what happened were ultrasounds. We got the technology to now predict a baby's gender before they were born. And now a new marketing tactic happened again of basically baby showers and gender reveal parties. And so now this movement of more neutral colors and unisex colors of yellows and greens and whatnot went back to this, well, let's sell the idea of a gender reveal. Let's have the cake that slices open and it's blue or pink depending on what gender your baby is going to be. And so then we saw again that resurgence of marketing and industry and capitalism to sell the idea of pinks for girls and blues for boys. And nowadays, I think we're seeing probably, like most things, a cyclical pattern where there will be, as we know, there's a lot more gender-neutral conversations that are happening. There are people who are non-binary. There are people who are trans. And so I do think that we are seeing, if you're into fashion, you might see a change in the fashion. That's something that I haven't really been paying attention to. I could say how I dress is maybe a good example. I don't really dress super feminine. And I wonder if there will be another gap in the market or a cyclical situation going on again where people will go stronger than ever once more for the blues for boys and pinks for girls. Time will tell. But that is my recount of this teaching on why pink for girls and blue for boys. Let me know if you feel like you can fill in any more gaps. But it was interesting. It was just a really interesting watch that I had many, many years ago, and maybe one day I'll find that clip again and it can fill in any of the missing parts. But hopefully you enjoyed listening to that. The Fat Electrician has a video on how the gender reveal thing started. They would have said ultrasounds too, right? In that case. So when we started being able to see the gender in ultrasounds, yes, yeah, exactly. So the scans of the pregnancies. What is your opinion on gender reveal parties? I find it really weird myself. But I'm also not a party person anyway, so I don't think that I'm a very good person to ask this question to, because I don't even celebrate my own birthday with a party, let alone making opinion on how other people celebrate in general. I'm just not a super extroverted person in the sense of parties. It's not my thing. I guess it's other people's things. Like, people celebrate their dogs' birthdays and whatnot, so I guess they would celebrate at any opportunity they can. I think nowadays with the oh my gosh, I'm touching my nose again. Nowadays, with the moving away from a lot more of this binary, that I would be surprised if gender reveal parties. I think it goes in a couple ways. That maybe we have less gender reveal parties, or even more for people who do have more of that kind of view. I just don't participate, and I haven't enough friends. Well, in general, but I haven't enough friends who have had children that have gone out of their way to do these things. My sister, she never did anything like that. I'm trying to think of other people that I am at least acquainted with, and if they had any gender reveals. I feel like I'm at the age where I'll probably see a lot more of the people I went to school with having kids. I've had a few people who have started having kids, but I think the people that I'm surrounded by don't have children yet. I am almost 30, so I expect that to start changing. I do know a lot of people in long-term relationships, but not yet with children. And so I will report back in a few years' time, I suppose, and see if they did a gender reveal or not. But it's not something that I would do personally. But yes, it's all about just making money, essentially. Okay. Cool. I am streaming in an alleyway. You caught me. You caught me. I'm just using the McDonald's Wi-Fi, you know? Hi, how you going? Yes, we can meet in the middle at purple. A lovely, like, imagine, if you will, if you've got red and blue, and then those mix to make this gorgeous, gorgeous purple. But then that is now turned into more of a baby color, which is often these soft pastel colors. So like a lilac, that would be so beautiful. So, so beautiful. But I think we are seeing people who have like those pale yellows for babies. That's pretty common as well, that yellow color. I just think, oh, maybe a mint. Pastel colors. I think any pastel color is what is associated with babies in particular now. I'll show you guys here. You know? Maybe, I mean, it's a little bit different here. But like this, I feel like any of these colors feel very soft, and that can be associated with these babies. I'm thinking of this yellow in the top left, or this minty one I was thinking of too. So yeah, I feel like this is a good example of 5 similar colors that all suit the babies, the little babies. High five on not being a party person. I feel a bit joyless when I see them. Everyone's like, oh my god, a baby! I'm like, wow. Little baby. I do find kids cute. I don't really have the, you know, like, oh my god, I want to have a kid reaction. But I don't really find babies cute. I've never found them. Maybe that'll change. Like I said, I'm almost 30, so give me a few years, maybe maybe it will start to get baby fever or whatever. But I do think children are cute. They're just so dorky. And I like that. Their personalities are just interesting to watch. I'm like, you're so silly. You're so crazy. You're so stupid. Anyhow, that's my little rant. And now we must play some games. Or rather, I will catch up with chat and then we will move on. Morning, VA. Good to see you. I celebrate my cat's birthday, but not my own. Yeah, I mean, if it brings you joy, I'm sure the cat would like it. It's interesting to have children and consciously not push your biases onto them. This is also true. Not push biases. It can be hard. It's a gander reveals party, like a goose. You're revealing a silly goose. Anyhow, a gender reveals party is not like a party. It's more with no, Squirtaword. You have not seen enough gender reveal parties. They're a massive thing on TikTok and whatnot. And I don't frequent TikTok, but I know through the grapevine how massive these gender reveals are, and especially with social media. Maybe that's where the cycle is that I was referring to earlier. The cycle of social media has pushed us back towards gender reveal parties again, because it becomes this whole viral thing where it's like, ooh, what's it gonna be? And then it's for the clicks as well. Thanks, Kiwi Man. We'll see you next time. Hi, Nightlink. You're alive. Are you a drug dealer? I can't talk about it. Yellow is the common one if they don't know the gender. Also true. Mint green is underrated. I think that mint green is a really lovely color. I feel like a nice, soft pastel green would be quite a lovely little baby color. I think it could be nice for a room or something as well. Hi, Teaspoof. Not expecting a baby anytime soon. No, I am not. I would be needing to. No, I'm not even going to talk about it. How I phrase it is, I would need. So I got out of a long-term relationship just at the end of 2024, and I need to. I would want to be in a long-term relationship before committing to babies. And I don't feel like children are. At least for me, the thing that I would need to fulfill my life. But if I find the right person, then maybe we will discuss that. But that is not a now discussion. It would be finding the long-term partner before committing to literally a lifetime
I'm doing
together.
my part.
And I don't mean our lifetime, I mean a child's lifetime. Because regardless of what happens between a relationship, if you have kids together, you are bound for life, in my opinion. I know that there are, dad went to get some cigarettes and some milk and he hasn't come back yet. We all know that's a scummy thing. Parents,
I'm doing my
unless
part.
there's like a death or something. But in my opinion, yes, things might not work out as a relationship, but you will still be bound together if you have a child. And it is really important to, even if things don't work out as a couple, to still be responsible for the upbringing of said child. So I don't currently have anyone in my life that I would want to raise a child with the exception, and I have said this, with the exception of my mother. And no, I don't mean that in a gross way. I just literally mean it in the sense of having family members that can help out, I think can go a long way. And it can be really nice to have that extra support, even if you were in as a couple or maybe a throuple. I don't know, you do you. Having that extra support can really, really help. So I think that if I were to decide that I wanted kids and I didn't have a partner to have them with, I feel like I am in a very privileged position where I probably could have children, but I would move back to New Zealand and I would be close to my parents and I'd say, sucks to suck. You are now co-parenting with me. Haha. Get wrecked. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Anyway, that's my little opinion on children, on top of all of the color stuff. Hope you enjoyed it. I don't know, maybe that was a long enough rant. Well, I'll even cut it and put it on YouTube. So if you came in late, you can watch the rest of it. Maybe that's what I'll start doing. Anyhow, no, I am not concerned I might say something that could get me put in prison because I don't have takes that have any reason that would put me in prison. I don't know which country you think I'm from either. So, nice assumptions you are making. No, not horror movies. We did watch Practical Magic, though, which I guess was a horror at some point. I'm going to catch up with chat in this, and then we'll move on to the games. Yeah, I'm getting baby fever. I'm feeling groggy this morning, and my watch agrees. I have high need for recovery. I might downgrade my morning run. Yeah, just do a walk. You just get outside, get some fresh air. It's hopefully cooling, like warming up a little bit where you are, and just take it easy. I think that you'll still feel good even if you go outside, BA. And it doesn't have to be a run. It's still good. You got this. Okay, purpose like from the sea snail like that. I'm not sure. Sorry. You'll have to teach me that one. Yeah, pastel gives off baby. I think it's that softness and the not quite purity. That's not the word, but just softness, and that's how babies present themselves. Very soft. Have you heard much of the discourse about pragmata? Yes, I have, but I think that I've already delayed playing video games enough that I can't get into Pragmata now. I'm trying to get better at having boundaries. But yes, I find it ridiculous. I actually even was thinking of doing a rant myself about Pragmata. I don't know. Because they're rather boring for the first 6 months. Yeah, and that's why pastels work. Do gender reveal parties have revealed them to be non-binary? I think some people are doing them as a way of a bit of a fuck you to the binary, but I don't know personally. Hi Patrick, g'day. Never heard of gender reveal parties until a few years ago. See, there we go, social media. The comparison between each other and having to show it to everyone is a joy thief. You're only a dealer on bank holidays, yeah, like today. Yes, yeah. It was a good split for the both of us. I have nothing but love still for my ex, but we weren't meant to be together anymore. That's all. Clem is a drug dealer. She just helps release serotonin we already have. No, and she stinks. True. True. Some children do have a short life, but luckily for us, that's not as much of an issue. The only thing I would like to see at gender reveal parties to make them relevant, show me who's disappointed, I know, right? And that's what the videos really happen. And that's why I find them really uncomfortable to watch, but also kind of guilty pleasure where they have the gender reveal and then someone's so disappointed in whichever direction it is. And it's like, well, tell me that you're going to hate your kid without telling me you're going to hate my kid, you know? It's like, young generation have been through so much trauma. Most won't even get in relationships anymore. Would you ever vote for a shark as president of the world? Yeah, why not? I mean, there's already a couple who have gotten as into president, so why not another one? Am I right? However, the only country that I currently can vote in does not have a president. But you did ask of the world, I suppose. Are you worried you might say? Oh, yeah, that's the prison thing. How often do you trim your nose hair? Every single morning. I haven't been online. Oh yeah, the horrors. We haven't watched the horrors. Sorry. My maturity level. I've been missing whatever has been going on about my maturity level. If there's extra things, David, I don't know if there's been anything that hasn't been coming to my attention, but if you'd like to explain to me what is lacking in my maturity levels, is that because of my desire or lack thereof of children? I missed what that was. You can fill me on, fill me in, educate me, if it were. Why most people have fucked up like that? I didn't ask. For you think people put themselves in a horrible, people want God, but lies. I missed what this was. Sorry, DJ. Also, freedom of speech, no prison for speech. I feel like there's messages that are not coming through on my end. I know that sometimes on YouTube only some stuff comes through. I don't know. Project Zomboid, sorry. Let's play Pragmata. That's a good point. Maybe I should play it, and then I can have all of my ranting at the same time. Horace, you're a genius. Did you know that? Did anyone tell you that? Nobody goes on Twitch to watch people gaming. I know, right? I am in the UK, yes, but I don't I'm not a citizen. So they put people in prison for unpopular speech. Do you have an example of that? That's not something that I've been aware of. Something you might be deemed offensive to someone or later become unpopular. You think that's right? I've not heard of this, so I would need examples before I would be able to comment on that personally. Hi, Albugzo. How you going? Taking a watercolor class? That's so exciting! That's so exciting. I cannot wait to see it. I hope that you share with the class at some point. Thanks for Lurk Sunbeam. The greatest threat to our planet is the belief that someone else will save it. Ooh, that's tasty. Yeah, I love watercolors as well. It's my favorite type of painting, as in not painting that I do because I don't paint, but it's my favorite type of painting that other people do. And look at that sunshine! I didn't know how well it hits me at this time of day. Hey Yoda, good to see you again. Yes, we played Outlast a few years ago, but I haven't played the second one. Trying to do insane with no battery, recharge in less than 4 hours. Oh my gosh, this is for a achievement, is it? Less than successful. No surprises. Yeah, I don't know this one either, Ligmag. Some point further maturity requires significant I was going to say mothering, but probably also that muddy. No, I don't know Project Zomboid. I don't know that one. Medium has been recommended to me, but I haven't played it either. If you made a miniature version of yourself, would you allow it to be your servant? If they are identical to me, then I would ask them if, like, I would just ask. If they are identical to me, then they probably wouldn't want to be my servant. I can tell you that much. Sunshine? Slay.
I'm doing my part.
Thank you, Azan. All right. Okay, so that was all about kids and this and Pragmata. Do I want to talk about Pragmata? Yes. Yes, I do. Do I feel like I can keep it succinct and not go on to video games? No. So we will not talk about Pragmata. Maybe we can talk about it tomorrow. Oh, maybe we can talk about it tomorrow for Topical Tuesday. Yes. I have decided. So if you guys want to talk about Pragmata, and if you guys haven't seen the discourse around it, we will share all of this tomorrow. Topical Tuesday, we're going to talk about the desire to have children. Oh, sorry, Bobo. Yeah, no, different one. Topical Tuesday, we have our topic. We will talk about Pragmata tomorrow, but it will be in the morning, so the Americans might miss out. Sorry, you'll have to watch the VOD. But basically there is a video game that came out where there's this super cute little robot child and people are being super strange about it in a whole, like, in so many ways. And I have been thinking about whether I should jump on that trend, but a little bit late to the party. And then I was like, oh my God, that's a great podcast or YouTube series idea. Late to the party, where it's basically, it takes me a month before I jump on a trend. That's so clem-coded, my goodness. The child from that game is creepy though. Well, Vanessa, you'll have to bring your reasons why tomorrow. Speaking of, before I actually do officially swap over to the game, I just want to give a little housekeeping. Highly recommend joining the Discord. I haven't got the weekly schedule up this week, but I will be doing that after stream. Essentially, we are trialing a little bit of a new system. So I am streaming every single day of May. Also, May the 4th be with you. And the reason why I'm doing this is not for a subathon or any donation goal or any fundraising. It's just a challenge that I want to set for myself to try and help me build routine and habits and learn what days I like streaming, what time I like streaming, when, all these kinds of things. And so basically the plan is to play Red Dead Redemption, which we are going to be starting for the first time in hopefully 10 minutes, if we can stay on track. And it will be at this time pretty much every single day. Sorry, not every single day. During the week. So 4 days a week is the plan. And then hopefully we'll be able to smash it out in about 5 weeks altogether. So about 20 streams. If you guys want to watch on YouTube, you can either come over to Twitch or you can go to the XClem Plays YouTube channel. It will not be streamed to my XClementine YouTube. And on top of that, the Just Chatting streams will continue to be in the morning. I'm talking British Standard Time. So it's usually about 8 a.m. my time. And then video games will be in the afternoon after my lunch. The reason I'm splitting it up is for exactly this reason. The example of right now. I didn't do a morning stream. And now we've been yapping for almost 90 minutes. This is why I plan to do the morning streams, to get all of that chit-chat out of the way. And then the idea is that the gaming starts in the afternoon and just goes straight into the games rather than what's happening right now. Thanks, Silver. So that is what's meant to happen. And I messaged the mods. I'm like, I'm going to try and start gaming in 30 minutes. It's 90 minutes, nonetheless. That's so Clem, exactly. No more distractions, no more Pokemon, no tea spilling. Let's howdy partners. Tea. Okay, but actually, tea is empty. Redhead Redemption. That's quite funny. I might have to steal that for later in the month. Did he cry out of joy or because you were bullying him, Dexo? So, what we're going to do is we are going to end the stream on XClementine YouTube. So if you guys are over there, hola Leon. If you guys want to come hang out, you can either join the XClem Plays YouTube That's where all of the video game content will be happening. Or I need a command for Twitch. do we have a command for Twitch yet? No. So if you want to join over on Twitch, it's just xClementine as well. I'll create a new command for that for the future. But just a heads up that we're about to end on YouTube. But thank you, Square. I really enjoy talking about random things as well. That is what I do 3 to 4 days a week. I love it. It's fun. It's great. Thanks, guys. Thanks for sharing that as well. Okay. I really had a lot of fun, but it's time to go to the Wild West. We gotta get out of here. We gotta go find some partners over in that sandy, sandy world that is the West. So, yes, we will have to do some horror games as well. I haven't done one in a while. Hi, Magic Egg. We're actually going. Yeah, we're heading. We're going to Twitch. If you want to come watch some video games, Magic Egg. We're going to Twitch or xClem plays. But I recommend going to Twitch because there's currently no live chat available on YouTube because I get scared of people on YouTube. So we decided no chat allowed when playing video games. So we're gonna go play some video games elsewhere. But thanks so much. If you have enjoyed hanging out and watching, consider subscribing. We're almost at 1,000 subs on YouTube. So it'd be lovely for you guys to help us get there. And if you like the video, make sure to actually hit the like video because apparently that helps YouTube push my content as well. Okay, thanks guys. Have a good one. Have a good one. See you later. No, you're alright, Zeto. We'll see you in the Discord. We'll see you later. Bye, YouTube. Bye. Yeah, hit the notification. See you later. Join the Discord. The Discord is the best place to stay up to date as well. And you can show me cool photos of things you get up to during the week, or your pets, or discussing anime, whatever suits you. Okay, bye, YouTube. Bye.